Today I am going to quickly do a video on how to use the burring machine, especially if you don't want to inch around doing it, because I've seen some people hold it like this the whole time and kind of run it through that way. But to expedite it, sometimes you actually want to hold it a little different way. So first I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing without the glove, and then I have to put the glove on so I don't cut my fingers. But what I essentially do is I hold the piece like this, and once you have it down, if you see it, I'm actually pushing with my thumb, what I'll be doing with the glove, but you can see how you'd rip into your finger if you didn't use something. And I'm holding onto the machine over here and kind of pressing here and using this part of my finger to guide this area, and then I'm going to be pulling up with my hand. So my hand is essentially going to go like this. So that's what I'm going to do with my glove on, and this is just a garden glove, and Bob is the one who showed me how to do this, but you just kind of glue extra thick leather pads to all different places, and it kind of will depend on where you end up using your thumb. You can see where I use it here most likely. Another trick is to watch what side you have a burr starting. So whether you use a circle cutter or hand snips, I use a hand snips for this, they're already going to be a bit of a burr where the metal has been moved up. So if you can see, this side is very smooth, whereas this side already has a tiny burr starting. Use that to your advantage. Put the burr side up when you put it into the machine. So I have my burring machine where I'm going to get it where and it's going to be different on everybody depending on where your threads are, but it's just going to hold it just enough. And then I'm going to put my hand right where I had it before, and then I'm going to use this part of my hand to hold the entire rest of the circle. And then I'm going to start cranking it, and I'm going to let it go all the way around first. If I can do it, because it wasn't a perfect cut. And then you can start actually moving your hand up, and everybody's burring machine is going to be different, and you actually don't need to continue tightening the screw on top. And if you can see, I'm actually moving my thumb, my hand all the way up, and it's pulling this straight up until you have a burr. And that only took a few rotations, and you have a burr. And it's not perfect because I didn't hand do this, but what I'll do then is I'll flatten it like this and do the best that you can to have it lay flat. And then from there you can use a hand stake to take these little kinks out, which are going to be a problem for you when you start to set your seam down. They'll kink even more. Or if you want, from here, now that you already have a burr, you just lightly, you don't have to go as tight, you can run it through the machine again if you want. That I don't find that does that great of a job, and in fact I prefer to put it back on a stake and kind of hammer these out. But there you go, there's the use of the burring machine. And all right, remember when I showed you how to make this on the burring machine? What I'm going to show you now is how I use this particular tinner stake, even though I'm using copper, and I'm going to flatten out that burr that's got little extra winks to it, just because you actually want the burr to be as straight as possible. And a lot of times it's just because you're displacing the material and kind of messing with the crystalline structure of the metal. You're going to always end up with some material warp unless the diameter is, perfect for your burring machine. Otherwise, even Bob, he finds himself doing this, so the fact that I have to do it, I don't feel so bad. But what you're doing is you're creating you got rid of all of those little lips so that you're almost as straight as possible, and now it's in really good shape to be used as the bottom of a mint julep cup. So there you go. That's how you use a stake to straighten out the burr.